Do you want to hit your peak rank or even climb to Immortal before 2026? By integrating these 3 habits, you'll be sure to see steady improvements to your mechanics, decision making, and mental. Using these 3 tips and 1 bonus tip I'll talk about at the end, I went from hard stock low Immortal to match MVPing in Immortal 3, almost dropping 30 bombs every game like it's nothing. Tip number 1. Following a consistent warm-up routine that covers fundamental aiming and movement techniques, as well as practicing peeking and perfecting gunfight hygiene. This can be done in many ways. I do actually have a video that covers my routine, if you're interested in that. So you can do this using an aim trainer, such as Kovacs or Aim Labs, range drills, and then you've got deathmatch. All of these need to be done with intention, otherwise you're just not going to see any improvement with them. If you just mindlessly go in, shoot some bots, click some orbs in Aim Labs, or go try and win a deathmatch, you're not going to improve from that. You're just playing the game at that point. All of these should be done with intention. So with aim trainers, you want to focus on your weaknesses when it comes to aim. Fingertip movement, it could be tracking, it could be flicking, it could be target switching. And then in deathmatches, you can't just aimlessly go around holding W, trying to find kills and win the deathmatch. It's not what you're there for. You're there to perfect your ability to peek, improving your crosshair placement, and getting those reps in so that when you go into a ranked game, you feel fresh, you feel confident, and you feel like you're in control. So every time that you finish the routine, hop into ranked, you get to play slightly better in ranked. Whether it's how you take the gunfights or your crosshair placement, you will see some form of improvement. And it's not going to just take 1 session in order to improve. It may take 7, it may take 14, you know, it may take a month of this. But it's important to always be warming up so that you are confident in your abilities when playing ranked. Alright, going into tip number 2, you don't want to be thinking about how you aim in game. This is going to mess up with your focus. You're going to end up playing worse if all you worry about is your aim. Then you're going to use it as a scapegoat for why you play bad and why you make poor decisions. Instead, you want to be focusing on the round, what you want to achieve for that round. What is your goal? Do you want to be holding in garage on Haven with a judge because they're on a low buy? Or are you on an eco with your team, so you want to smoke window and push down mid and try and take a gun, try and kill the lurker, right? You want goals for each round. You want to kind of focus in on the game like it's a game of chess. Predict the enemy's moves. What pieces do you have that you can play? Because aim is natural. It just comes to you. If you have just a nice, comfortable posture, your whole body is relaxed, your arms relaxed, and you just let it flow, right? You don't think about it, you're going to aim better. And you'll be making better decisions, so your crosshair placement will be better, your positioning will be better, and you're just going to play better. All the games where you top frag, you don't care about your aim. You are making the right decisions in the moment because you are so focused. And we're trying to make this a consistent habit. It's possible for everyone. We all have those good games where we're so dialed in, and you just need to make that conscious effort to keep that focus for every game you go into. Alright, moving on to tip number 3. We are going to be playing to win our rounds, not to farm our stats. You want to find the win condition. You managed to get to a 5v3, you got 2 opening picks. You just let the enemy keep making mistakes. Bombs planted, you're playing retake. Okay, you have to play together. If someone's on low HP, let them go first. Get that trade going. Play for the trade. Or if you're on post plant and it's a 3v2 or it's a 5v2, play for time. There are plenty of unlosable rounds that just get lost when people greed for kills because they see that their team has more people that are alive. So they think, oh yeah, it's fine if I go and peek them for just 1 extra kill. My team are going to trade me. So play to win rounds, not farm stats. And sometimes it's going to happen. You can't control your randoms. You can only do your best to babysit them. But if you're playing in a duo or a trio or 5-stack, there's no excuse. Before we move on to the extra and final tip, please consider subscribing if you haven't already. I'll be making more educational content as I continue my own journey to Radiant, because my goal is to help you guys improve using what I've learned to get me to where I am today. Alright, so moving on to our fourth and final tip of the video. We'll start with an example. So, you started the act at Ascendant 1, and you've just climbed to Ascendant 3. But on that journey, you were gaining 19, 20, 21, 22 RR, and then suddenly you hit a brick wall. You start gaining 17, 16, even 15 RR. And the outcomes are about the same when you were Ascendant 1 compared to now when you're in Ascendant 3. But you're now losing about 25 RR for a loss. So for every 2 wins you get, so for every 2 wins and then 1 loss, you net 0, right? Sometimes you even lose RR because of that, right? 2 wins and 1 loss and you're losing RR? Crazy, right? And we hate it. It's what keeps us hard stuck and we don't even realize it. And the way to get around that is to actually stop playing for the act and let your MMR reset. Now, I know what some of you are thinking, like, why would I stop playing the game for such a long time once I've hit a certain rank? And the reality is you don't actually have to. What I do is I have an old count, which is at the same rank. It's not smurfing, it's the same rank, right? You hop on your old count and you can keep playing ranked. Or you can play casually if you just want to take a break. And what this does is it just allows you to keep improving, keep following your warm-up routine, yada yada yada. But you let that MMR on your main account marinate. And the game sees that you're staying in that rank. And when the act is over, it sees that, okay, this guy was Ascendant 1, which is where we thought he belonged. And now he's Ascendant 3, and he's fine there. And he's winning there. So, we are going to move that hidden rank to Ascendant 3. So now when you play again, for the new act, you're gaining 20 again. 21 again. Like, wow, I went from gaining 16 to now 20 just because I stopped playing the game. Crazy. And now I can climb again. And this is the thing that helped me go from being hard stuck Immo 1 for 2 years to now being consistently in Immo 3, where I'm gaining 19, 20 for wins and losses, rather than gaining 16 for MVPs that are like 13-5, 13-7, and then losing 25 for games that are like 13-10, where I barely go negative. Just to summarize all of the points for those of you who just want the quick rundown, tip number 1 was to follow a consistent warm-up routine that helps build your mechanics, warms your arms up, and creates confidence to help you perform in-game. I have a video of that. I'll link up here for those of you who want to check it out. Tip number 2 was to start thinking about the round more and stop worrying about anything else like the score or how you're aiming. Tip number 3 was to start playing for the win and to stop greeding for kills that result in you making a mistake, causing unlosable rounds to be lost. And finally, tip number 4 was to reset your MMR whenever you reach a new peak or when you start gaining less and less RR per win. By waiting for the next act to roll around, you're gonna start climbing a lot quicker. And that just about covers everything. I really hope these tips help you guys to climb to newer heights as they did for me. If you have any questions, I'll be replying to every comment. You can also join my Discord server and ask me anything there. I also stream almost every day on Twitch, playing ranked, talking to chat, so be sure to stop by if you have any questions or want to learn a thing or two from watching me play. That's it from me. I hope you have a great day and good luck climbing.